After the deflating nothing burger that was episode 1, the Acolyte tries its best to step up a gear for round 2 as our ragtag bunch of heroes, if you can call them that, set out to try and discover who's going after all the Jedi and stop them. Even though they're 99% sure it's leading Lady Osha's absolutely identical in every way evil twin who everyone thought died 16 years ago, May. Now, having watched episode 2, I can honestly say I entered into this episodic series review with genuine high hopes that I'd see a brand new exciting Star Wars adventure with characters I can relate to, underdogs I can root for when the going got tough as they faced challenges and the forces of evil, and be inspired by. What we got instead is anything but, as coincidences come thick and fast in this episode, bizarre decisions and the constant overruling of male character decisions by the female characters, even when the proposed course of action is more logical.
Or we skip that, and she just talks to him.
So anyway, strap yourself in for another rollercoaster, people. Let's dive in. The show opens with May breaking into a local Jedi temple where she confronts Master Torbin, and just like in the first episode with Jedi and Dara, she challenges him to attack her. After waiting all of 2 seconds, she thinks, what the hell, and launches into a futile flurry of offense, which is blocked by some sort of force shield, while the dude just literally floats there in a meditative state, and after a few moments she flees as other Jedi come in to investigate. Next, our ragtag bunch get reports of the attempted attack and assume it's May because the eyewitness report says she looks exactly like Osha. And they decide to head over there, taking Osha with them, because that's what you want in a tense murder investigation that could blow up at any time. A blood relative of the accused who might become overwhelmed with emotion at the realization her sister is actually alive after all this time, and who knows what she really wants, how she feels about Osha, and the implications that reuniting would have on their lives, their family, and their futures. Instead, when Sol quizzes her about it all, she responds with almost no emotion whatsoever. Seriously, he could have asked her if the ship's vacuum cleaner bag needed changing, and she might have responded with a bit more passion and fire than this. I mean, she's only just realised her twin sister is actually alive after all this time, and her reaction is this.
It's the only way to explain all of this. She must have survived somehow.
The volcano of emotions that must erupt from this recent realisation would be overwhelming for anyone. What does this mean for me? How did May survive? Where has she been all this time? Does she still love me? Does she hate me? Is her hair different? No. I mean, seriously, Disney, you could have at least changed her bloody hairstyle or something. Nah, Osha's like, she must have survived somehow. Anyway, May heads to the local chemist in town to get some poison to use on Jedi Master Torbin from her partner in crime. I mean, if you're concocting lethal poisons to kill Jedi, you want to set up shop in the only chemist in town, don't you? I mean, it couldn't be more obvious really, could it? You might as well put a sign outside saying, Jedi killer poisons for you. Surely as a seedy, drug-wielding Jedi killer, you want to be in some dingy old abandoned factory somewhere, making all sorts of lethal stuff up. But no, these two buffoons do their business in full view of everyone. May breaks back into the temple where meditating Jedi is floating. I mean, she jumps in through the ceiling exactly like before. So despite the local Jedi seeing it important enough to alert Coruscant to the first attempt on his life, they did diddly squat to protect the guy the second time round. I mean, she just jumps back in there, no security detail, no guards, and all that's happening while our ragtag bunch are literally at the front door talking to the local Jedis about May intruding and attacking him. Anyway, so May tells Torbin to confess his crimes or take the poison she's made. With no hesitation, after 10 years of not speaking with anyone, he says how he's been waiting for her and just necks it like it's a £1 drink at Witherspoon's and dies. She literally just said to him, I know what you did last summer, and he's like, okay, I'll just end it right now. Our ragtag bunch decide to set up trap around the only chemist in town because that must be the place a criminal mastermind would set up shop. Luckily for them, the villains in this show are as dumb as they are, and they do just that. So Jedi Knight Zord, I think his name's Zord, opts to go in and apprehend the chemist. But straight away, annoying female Jedi, who I can't remember the name of, butts in to put him straight yet again.
Or we skip that, and she just talks to him.
And suggests a plan of using Osha wearing a wire to imitate May to get information from the chemist. Seriously though, this guy Zord, he's a fully fledged Jedi Knight of 2 years, and he's constantly making decisions and giving options that get shot down every time, mostly by this character. And I think at this point, his role in the show is just to make her look good. I mean,
Yod, put your clothes on.
She even goes so far as to talk about him behind his back.
Is it Yod?
What's wrong with Yod?
Nothing. No, he's Yod.
Can you imagine, like, Obi-Wan, like, talking to Mace Windu, and he's like, oh, you know, Qui-Gon, he's just Qui-Gon. And then at one point, she's just pretty much ordering him around.
Yod, stick to the plan. Do not interfere.
I'm not sure feeling sorry for this guy is a feeling we, the audience, should be feeling, but hey, at least I'm feeling something. So they corner the chemist and they offer him just a warning if he confesses to working with May.
If you cooperate, we will consider letting you go with a warning.
The guy literally conspired and helped conduct a murder, and the Jedi are happy to let him off with a warning. Okay, so Sol orders Osha to hang back while he traps May and confronts her. All the while, Zord is watching from a balcony like 10 feet above them, but he's using binoculars. Okay. Sol and May continue their duel until May is cornered by everyone and then does the old smoke bomb trick. During her escape, May bumps into Osha and the two realise at the same time that the other is actually still alive. As you can see, a wide range of emotions is on display during this nail-biting scene.
Do we have to put up with this? You know, can't we get a better actor? I know it's a small part, but I think we can do better than this.
Then episode 1 ends with Sol being ordered by the Green Lady Jedi to go back to Coruscant to...
We need to strategize.
Despite them being hot on the trail of May, who's now heading to kill the Wookiee Jedi, who's next on her list. And that's episode done. Thank God. I mean, honestly, this time round just seemed to trip and stumble from one scene to the next, with characters making dumb decisions, outlandish but even more bizarrely correct assumptions, overruling logical choices of others to make other characters look good, and showing almost no sign of emotion when confronted with the horrific truth about an assumed dead sister of a former Padawan who's now on a revenge trip. I mean, May, she's supposed to be like an assassin, I think, you know, she approaches with stealth to reach her target. Why didn't they make her like a silent killer? Someone nobody could see coming and use that to spread fear. There's someone who lurks in the shadows and slits the throats of those close to the targets to really get them petrified and on their guard, you know. But I think that's obviously wishful thinking. And it's on to episode 3 next, which I hear is a bit of a doozy. So what did you think of episode 2? Please drop a comment below, say hello. Until next time.